Hey everyone, welcome to the video. In this video, I'm going to go over how Simian nodes rugged, and I'm going to reveal the identity of one of the devs to you. The purpose of this video is to make yourself a bit safer when it comes to investing into crypto with regards to being able to identify any red flags, and also to put the whole KYC process under a microscope to see if it is actually effective in its current form. And the credit for this research and the on-chain analysis goes to #onchain, which is a Twitter person who does amazing tweets and threads about safety and rugs and scams and how to identify them and all that. So if you do want to have a look at the original thread, or you just want to check out his channel in general, then I'll leave a link to his Twitter in the description. Simian Nodes was an AVAX project which offered 6% daily rewards, and they had about 3,000 Twitter followers and a healthy Discord as well. They had done a KYC and the liquidity was locked, so how were the devs actually able to rug this project? In order to answer that question, the first thing that we need to do is to find the person who actually made Simian, the contract creator. And you can see here is the contract for Simian nodes, and the contract creator was this wallet here. There's no multi-sig, the contract isn't locked at all, and there was no audit on this contract either. This is the contract of the creator of Simian nodes, and you can see the very first transaction, which happened 33 days ago, was a transfer in of 136 AVAX. And then just a couple of hours later, we can see that liquidity has been added 130 AVAX. And about an hour later, the dev starts to create nodes. You can see here all these create node transactions. So the question is that why would a dev who's planning to rug this project start creating nodes in the project? And the answer is because this scammer is a special kind of scum. You can see here that he spends several hours just creating nodes, and then he does something special here. He goes to boost rewards, and he actually starts to boost the rewards of the nodes that he owns. This is one of the boost rewards transactions, and you can see here the function he put in to boost the reward. And you can see here he boosted it by 0.2 AVAX. So that's the contract sending him 0.2 AVAX from that node. So it's almost like a little test transaction. He's just testing to see if he can do it and if it works. Well, if you look at another one, another boost reward function, you can see this time he boosts his rewards to 425 AVAX. What he does now is particularly mean because while all this is happening, while he's boosting his rewards in the background, just normal investors are getting into this project because this project has just launched. So they're all creating nodes, they think they're getting into another project. He's doing all this in the background. So what he actually does is he waits about half a day just for all the liquidity to add up and all the AVAX to be put into the project. And then he does another boost rewards. And this time he takes out 192 AVAX. And what he does is because people aren't putting in AVAX quick enough, he basically just waits. So he waits another 4 days. And then he boosts the rewards again, and this time he takes out 1,200 AVAX from his node. So you might be wondering, well, how can he actually boost the rewards for his nodes and nobody else's? Well, the answer to that lies in the contract. And if you go here to the contract, you can see the boost reward function, only the owner can do that. So it's payable, and the transfer amount happens only to the owner's node. So he built that into the contract knowing that he was going to do this. And obviously you and I aren't going to go through the code and try and figure all this stuff out. But the idea is that if this contract was audited, then the company doing the audit would have come out and said, hey, this person has the ability to change the rewards of any of the amount of nodes that he's got. And the thing is that because there's no multi-signature wallet, he has complete control over the funds. What happens now over the next 12 days is that he sends over 5,700 AVAX to this new wallet address. That wallet we just looked at now sends it to another wallet, and this wallet starts to send all of that AVAX to Binance. The owner gets over $400,000 worth of AVAX, and he steals that money from all the investors, which are just left with nothing. And all of this happens over 12 days. And it's really awful that this happened, and obviously stuff like this shouldn't happen. And one of the safety precautions that are in place is doing a KYC. This is meant to stop exactly what just happened. and Coinscope did the KYC of Simian. So I emailed Coinscope and I said, hey, Simian have recently rugged. You did the KYC of them. So what happens now? You know, what's the process moving forward from here? And they were quite quick in getting back to me, and their response was, hello, Dan. Thank you for reaching out to us. We have exposed their identities. You can find the related report here, Simian Nodes Incident Report. And this is the incident report that they published. And you can see here that the person who KYC'd and the dev is Lane Scott Rogel. And obviously it has here all his personal information. And here is his identification photo. And here's his driver's license, which has all his personal information on it. And here's the video he did as part of the KYC.
Hello, my name is Lane Rogel. I am real. I am 100% real, not an actor. I am part of the Simian Nodes project and the NFT team. And thank you so much for verifying our identity.
So the question is this guy actually the dev? I mean, I don't know. Nobody knows really. There's also the question of if this guy actually was the dev and he was willingly going to rug the project, why would he give all his personal information and his photo to a company that he knew would publish publicly once he'd already done the rug? Regardless of whether this guy was a dev or not in the project, it doesn't matter because the result is still the same. But the question is that what can we do to improve the whole KYC process? And I've got a few ideas. Maybe we could do something like whoever is doing the KYC has to prove that they actually know coding and they actually know the craft. Because anybody can just come along and say, hey, I'm part of la 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 and this is my ID. And, you know, it could be anybody. Maybe they've got to show their work history. Maybe they've got to show past projects that they've been on, either failures or successes. Maybe they can do some kind of test, you know, some kind of coding test. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, the standard and the bar has got to raise, because right now, a KYC theoretically is one of the main things which is meant to protect us from scumbags who scam us. It is my hope that things improve over time, but in the meantime, I'm going to show you some red flags of the Simian Nodes white paper. This is the white paper, and at face value, it does look like a legitimate white paper. But when you actually start reading it, some things that are glaringly obvious to me straight away is the way that it uses capital letters, like to create a node with a capital M. Holders enjoy passive income with these two capitals. And also capital W for we after a comma. And I know this might seem like a really small thing in terms of grammar and all that, but this happens throughout the whole white paper. And if they want to be taken seriously, and if this is a project which I didn't know anything about, all I'm going to think is these guys can't even be bothered to take it to an editor. If English is their second language, they can't be bothered to get it translated correctly. You know, and to me, like that level of laziness and inattention to detail at this base level of a white paper, I'm not going to trust them with my money in a project. There's also the reward structure, and this thing gives 6% daily rewards, which is stupendously high for any node project. And also see here, it's got, you know, we're going to offer you high rewards and, you know, it's going to be for a fixed period, guaranteed. Anything that guarantees you in crypto, just look at it with utter skepticism, because that's a literal lie. They cannot guarantee anything. So when they say guarantee or lifetime this or whatever it is similar to that, then for me, that's another red flag. When a node is created, 45% goes to the distribution or the rewards pool. And that is really, really small. Most node projects have at least 60%. Usually it's 70%. And so for them to offer 6% per day and only 45% goes to the distribution, you know, what are they doing to sustain this? There's literally nothing in this white paper whatsoever to tell me how they're even going to do all this. So this white paper isn't anything special. It's actually pretty much a load of garbage. It doesn't say anything. All it really does is say, you're going to get this much rewards. This is sort of how we're thinking of doing it. At some point in the future, we're going to have some kind of NFT booster thing, and that's it. It really is just a load of pap, and it's pretty obvious that it's that way because they didn't even give a crap about the white paper anyway. All they wanted to do was get everybody's money. It's also really important to point out that even if this ticked all the boxes and looked amazing, there's still no guarantee that this isn't going to be a scam or isn't going to be a rug. Crypto is extremely risky, so you should go into it knowing that your money is at risk of losing it all. And I just really hope that something can happen with regards to raising the bar with the projects. And we've got to somehow hold these people to account. And we've got to hold the security firms that are, KYCing all this to a higher standard as well. But, I'm just unsure of exactly how to do that. But look, I mean, if you've got any ideas, I'd love to know what you think about it. So please leave a comment about what you think about how the KYC can be improved, or just how security can be improved, or how we can raise the bar for the projects and the devs. I get it that all devs aren't scammers, and it's the few that make the many look bad. But the few that get away with this, they shouldn't be getting away with this. So we've got to do something about that. So please leave a comment. I really would love to know. And until next time, everybody, please stay safe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.